What is up, you guys? My name is Sydalexandria, and today we are going to be doing a little story time about being stuck in time, and I guess just talking about the subject in general. So time, I feel like I've said in a few of my past YouTube videos and my more early YouTube videos, really all of them, I guess, that time confuses the hell out of me because it used to confuse me more than it does now, I think. I feel like now I have a bit better of an understanding of it, but it's just very trippy. It's the most trippy subject that I can think of. And I guess let me just start off by telling you the stories of when I've been stuck in time. Most of these are dreams. There's only really one awake instance where this has happened. I guess besides deja vu, I have a whole video on that subject, but I'm someone who, I wouldn't say I get deja vu a lot, but it's not like I've only had it a few times. Like, I've had it quite a few times, and there's a spectrum as to the intensity of it. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, deja vu, like this outfit plus this place plus doing this or something. Like, I've done that before, but really I haven't. And then sometimes it's like major deja vu where I'm like, I've never seen this TV show before, but I've been watching this TV show while eating this food, while in this place with this person, but that's never happened before. But it's like, I feel like it's happened before at least like 5, 10, maybe 20 times. Like, I'm stuck in this moment in other realities or something. That's like major deja vu. That's only happened to me a few times. Really one major instance that I can think of where I was watching a TV show eating an apple in my kitchen, yada yada. But yeah, there's been, deja vu instances, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about feeling, and that is trippy. That does feel like you're stuck in time. I guess we'll start off with the other awake time, and then we'll get into the really trippy dreams that are basically repeating. So, the other time awake that I had a stuck in time instance was when I was in a very deep meditative experience, and this wasn't the time that I was in 5D, but this was a time where I was getting a download about how life is all about the experience and how good and bad aren't necessarily the right words for things, and how there's high vibe and low vibe, but it's and when people say, what's my purpose, it's the purpose is to experience. The mission, on the other hand, is something that we have, but it's the purpose is literally just to experience. It's literally just to have fun and play this out. So during that download, I guess right after that download, when I was still just kind of in the awe of it, and I wanted to shout it from the rooftops, but I was like, no, we'll keep it in. But so I finally went on my phone, because I had taken a break from my phone for a while, but then I went on my phone and the trippiest thing happened. And while I'm still in this high vibration, soaking in this information, and I get a Snapchat, or yeah, it was a video. It was a video chat from my friend. It was one of those FaceTimes through Snapchat, and it was my friend that I knew one way, but she was with my friend that I knew a different way. They didn't know each other previously, and that tripped me out. And for some reason, I felt like I was stuck in time, like I was stuck in a different dimension where they knew each other or something, because in this reality they didn't, and why would they ever meet, and how would they ever know each other? And I was just so confused after coming out of this deep meditation, and then these two people who I never thought would have met, yet alone be interacting the way they were, I was like, what? And for some reason, for a minute, I was like stuck in time, and I I felt like I couldn't get out. So that was the only time awake, and I mean, don't worry, it only lasted a few minutes, but that's what happens when you're in a deep meditation and then something happens that sends you for a loop. But so we're gonna get into these dreams that are way trippy, and they remind me a lot of the TV show The 4400. So in preparation for this video, I rewatched it. I didn't learn a lot of new information, but it was nice to refresh my brain on it, because there's only a few TV shows that I like, because I don't watch like new TV anymore. I'll watch a new season of like the few shows that I like, but usually there isn't a new season of any of them. But The 4400 is a show that I like. And so I watched it, I think last summer, and then I watched it now, this summer. And like I said, I don't watch a lot of TV, so this is like a special occasion for me doing this. But anyway, in the show, my favorite like little concept part within it was when the main character, Tom Baldwin, got sent to this other timeline in his, oh man, I forget the girl's name already, but this is like his like set up girlfriend, well, his set up wife. They're married in this other reality, but the two have never met each other, and they're the only people who know this is like a different reality. It turns out she was like creating it without knowing it, because she was kind of programmed to by the future, but that's another part. But so they get thrown into this other timeline, this other reality where certain things were different, and it like freaked them out, Tom especially, but they were both like so freaked out, and they felt like they were stuck in time, like they were stuck in this other timeline, and it freaked them out. And you know, they learned to play it out for 8 years, and then they got back to their right timeline. But that was like my favorite part in this TV show, and it's because it's interesting that that's my favorite part, but it's because I had these dreams. I probably had the first one like a few weeks or a couple of months, maybe 2 months ish before watching the 4400. So these dreams started like last spring. And so the dreams usually involved me like at a birthday party, in a bounce house, or at some place like a Castaway Cafe, Jungle Java type situation with this big in-ground playground, or like the indoor play sets at like some McDonald's or Chuck E. Cheese's. Usually that's what it was, or sometimes it was just like a tent, or sometimes I used to work at Sky Zone, so sometimes it was like inside of one of the trampoline setups at a Sky Zone, which is like a trampoline park. But so in these dreams, for some reason, I would feel called to like go inside this play thing, and then it would be so massive inside of some of them, or then some of them were small and it was more just like a quick portal. But some, I would kind of go down these tunnels, and it was always kind of tunnelish, which is interesting. But so some of these I would get lost in, and then I would find an exit, but when I would go to the exit, I was in a new reality, either a new timeline with like some person that I knew, like my dad or someone I knew, one of my friends or someone was there sometimes. But I was like, no, like I know that you're here, but it's like there's other people I need to get back to. Like I need to get back to my life. Like this isn't my life. Like I can't stay here. And it was so scary, these dreams. Or sometimes I would go to like a completely different weird world, and I was like, no, I need to get back. But it was like there wasn't the synchronicities that I wanted. I was hoping that I could go back in to the portal thing, the play thing that was the portal or whatever. Go back into the play structure or the tent or the tunnel. Go back into the tunnel and then find the exit and get back into my timeline, my reality, my life. But you know, the math nerd in me was like, there's so many possibilities. Like, it would be so hard to randomly land on the right frequency, the right timeline that's, you know, the one that I'm trying to get back to. And that, like, was just pushing me to not get back to that one. But maybe if I had changed my mindset in the dream, which I don't know, I was trying to, but it was hard because I was scared. And the fear set me into, you know, not being able to get back. But I think there was a few dreams where I did end up getting back, but those were more wild and involved like water and a canoe and going down these certain like tunnels in some water system. And that was actually kind of fun because, you know, there was multiple people with me, even though I didn't know any of them, but we all like went down these weird pathways and we eventually found our way back. But most of these dreams were terrifying and I felt like I couldn't get back to my life and my family, and it was really scary. But this isn't supposed to be fear-based. This is just supposed to be talking about being stuck in time and how it is probably the scariest feeling I've ever felt. I've felt scaredness a lot. Like, I've felt a bunch of terrifying times in my life where, you know, my life was threatened and jeopardized, yada yada. But being stuck in time is definitely up there with some of the scariest feelings ever. You know, the dreams like that, those dreams were terrifying. So I'm like, this isn't supposed to be fear-based. Those dreams were terrifying. But no, I wanted to talk about time because now I feel like I'm not as scared of it. After having those terrifying dreams, I'm not as scared of time now, and I feel like I do understand time better. And I feel like I haven't had one of those dreams in a long time. They were pretty repetitive for a couple of months, and then they kind of started to fade. But I haven't had one in at least a few months, but I feel like it's been a really long time. I feel like it's been a year, but if it's only been a year since I watched that show, it must have only been a few months since I stopped having the dreams. But then again, who knows? Time is like subjective, and the way we measure it, I mean, it makes sense, but it's also like sometimes time feels like it's going really slow and sometimes it feels like it's going really fast. And people say time goes by fast when you're having fun and stuff, and like that is true to an extent. But that's not all, because some months me and then a bunch of people in my life will be like, "Oh yeah, like October went by really fast and like August went by really slow," or something. But it has nothing to do with our moods. Like, if I've been consecutively happy, like constantly all the time, sometimes some months feel really slow and some months feel really fast, and that's simply just how it is. And it doesn't have to do with whether I'm not I'm having fun, you know. But anyways, I thought this was interesting, a good fun little story time. I have lots of other story times that I would like to share with you guys, lots of other video topics, but I just wanted to mention that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Peace out.